Hello, my name is Dr. Patrick Nunan. I'm a podiatrist with Antioch Foot and Ankle Group. I work out of the Midtown office, and today I've been asked to talk a little bit of how I got involved in podiatry, what led me into this profession. Back years ago, many years ago, more than I like to count sometimes, I was a runner in cross country and track, and during my college involvement, I suffered an injury to my lower leg. And many times back then, when you were what we called non-revenue sport, you didn't always get the best care. And I just kept getting whirlpools and no other treatment, no real diagnosis. The doctors at the university basically, didn't have much to do with me because I wasn't a football or basketball player. Fortunately, that has changed today in colleges. But at that time, I was lucky to see a student athletic trainer who knew about as much as I did. And I had read articles about podiatrists and written by podiatrists in publications such as Runner's World. And so when my pain continued, I did like most runners, I tried to run through the pain. And one day I was out running and about 6 miles from home and started having so much pain I couldn't even walk, let alone run. Fortunately, I was able to get a ride from a friend home. And I called a rival coach who was in that town and asked him who he sent his runners to. And he sent me to a podiatrist by the name of Dr. Bill May. This was after I told the coach my symptoms. And I went in there, and Dr. May spent a lot of time with me. He took some x-rays, found out that I had a shin splint, and that it had gone on to a stress fracture. You could actually see the little bump on the bone. So what I liked was he didn't tell me just to quit running like the university orthopedic surgeon did. He said, we have to get this rested, but we have to do some rehab to keep your fitness level. And so several things is he made orthotics for me because he looked at my gait and my foot structure and noted that I overpronated and had very flat feet. So he made me orthotics. He had me wear a sleeve that kind of generated heat and helped the area heal. But the good thing was he didn't just tell me don't run. He actually put me on a exercise bike, told me I could do that as much as my heart content, so I was able to keep my fitness level. And what I noticed is he just cared about me as a person more than any other doctor had before. He also told me when I went back to running that he wanted me to stick on flat areas at first and on grass, so I would go down to a park and run on loops on a grassy area. And he told me that originally he said, if you listen to me, he said, you probably won't do great at first in the season, and that's because your fitness level is not quite where we want it to be. But if you listen, you follow orders, by the end of the season you'll be doing well. And I was a walk-on, so I wasn't getting any money to run. I just did this for the love of the sport. And when I listened to him, sure enough, at the beginning I wasn't even on the starting 7. And as the season wore on, I gradually worked myself up to actually about the 6th person, sometimes the 5th person, which usually top 5 score. But what was exciting is I got to run in the NCAA regionals at Lehigh University that year, which is a meet of about 27 teams with 7 runners each trying to qualify for the NCAAs. Now, while I didn't qualify, I did finish in the middle of the pack, which means that I was better than half the runners was there. So by him giving me a great way to rehab, to keep in fitness, I was able to achieve my goals. And I started following him in the office on vacations and times off, and I asked him if I could, and he just seemed to really like his profession and like how he treated people. And so from there and his interest, I applied to podiatric medical school and was accepted, and now that's what led me to being here in Savannah. And I'm glad to be here and glad that I can provide the same service that Dr. May provided to me. Thank you.